What's up? I'm TroubleChute and welcome back to another video. This one's going to be very different to the usual, as I'll just be talking about something that happened. So, as you probably know by now, I distribute a lot of scripts, which makes life a lot easier if you want to install complex AI systems and things like that. I've released 3 so far, or at least on YouTube, but you can easily install large language models like ChatGPT type things and speak to them on your computer, which would usually be a long process of installing Python, multiple dependencies, the actual thing, downloading a model. Here you just run one short code and poof, it's all set up for you because of the scripts that I've been making. These are all open source and you can find them on the GitHub page here, TCHT, which is the new domain for the website, under PowerShell here. These are where most of them are. You can open them up and see exactly what they do. For example, this Vicuna one is a large language model based on Llama. It'll go ahead and install Python, everything that you need, and at the very end it'll launch it up for you and even create desktop shortcuts to make life a little bit easier for you. This is way above and beyond what setting it up yourself would be, even after going through a long process. I do like making life easier for others, and I've actually seen a really good support with tons of super thanks and members joining the channel, etc., as well as a huge influx of viewers in those videos, skyrocketing them to the top viewed videos on my channel daily. That's really cool. The only issue is, this is a new domain as I mentioned earlier, tc.ht. Previously I spent $84 on another domain that's actually completely gone to waste. Why is that? Well, this other domain has quite a history to it. For example, opening up VirusTotal on the URL tab, I'll type in my website, techno.co. Nothing. That's great, and that's exactly what you want to see. What about my new short website, tc.ht? Well, the response here is the same. If I go to vicuna.tcht for the Vicuna install script, there's 0. That's exactly what we're looking for. However, that's simply because this domain is clean. It hasn't been used for anything bad in its past, as far as I understand, and of course I'm only here to share useful scripts and wholesome content. If I head to the Relations tab, you'll see everything's pretty good except for, there's a few red things here. 18 files referring. Essentially, these are files that have been submitted to VirusTotal, and when they're run or whatever, in some way they communicate or refer back to this domain. In my case, TCHT, my brand new domain. You can see there's a handful of files here. I of course recognize none of these as I only bought the domain in 2023. Even this one here, a FLAC file pointing to it somehow. This is an audio file. No idea how that happens, but anyways. These files apparently point to this domain for some reason or another, or of course it could just be a false positive, which basically means malware is detected when there is none. If there's a high percentage of antiviruses detecting a sample as being malware, it's probably malware. But ultimately, there's nothing out of the ordinary here. This website is clean and it's not hosting anything bad. However, if I head to the previous domain that I bought just a few days ago for $84, you'll see 3 detections. A few days ago, this was 9 or 7, and I had to manually reach out to all of the different antivirus companies that were falsely reporting the domain as malicious and asking them to remove the reports and false positives. Whenever someone were to go to this domain with one of these antiviruses installed, such as Avast, Avira, Bitdefender, they'd see that the website is blocked. Caution, there's malware on this website. It's terrible. It's going to destroy your PC. Let's just have a look at what this domain is. There's nothing malicious here. There's 3 pictures making up this stupid little animation, 10 words in total, and a YouTube Shorts video. If we view the source to this page, you'll see there's literally nothing here. The only links are the CSS style sheet, for which there's nothing here really. And ultimately, this website's just one big joke, as I needed a short domain. The one that I was looking into was bought by someone else right in the process of me buying it, and I ended up getting a refund for it. The purchase didn't go through. Scrolling through other available domains, I came across this and thought it was pretty funny. Little did I know it had a history. So why is this website being detected as malicious when there's nothing here? Well, looking on VirusTotal, there's a few mentions of it being malicious here. On the Relations tab, you'll see exactly why. Subdomains, there's different subdomains here, such as the ones that I use for hosting scripts, etc., such as vicuna.myoldwebsite, and you can see there's a ton of false positives here, Kaspersky, etc. I can reach out to these companies and have them remove these within 3 or 4 business days, but literally anytime I make a new subdomain and publish a new script, it's going to be blocked pretty much worldwide by a ton of different companies because they think this domain is hosting bad things. Meanwhile, it's not. not, and it probably hasn't been for many years. Regardless, it has a history to it. If we have a look more about what this is here, scrolling down, communicating files, files referring, there's 182 files here that refer to this website in some way or another. Most of them are more than likely truly viruses, malware, etc. Now, most of these are probably more than blocked by even the simplest of antiviruses, and not to mention, if they reach out to this domain looking for something in response, they'll get nothing, as the previous owner has moved on, probably another after that, another, and then eventually me buying it and wasting my money as it's had a bad history. We can scroll down to the graph summary over here just to see a bit more about what's going on. You can see here's my domain, followed by subdomains, most of which I've created, that all host different scripts. A lot of these are falsely detected as malware when there's nothing of the sorts anywhere on this website. This file download methods I've never actually created. This isn't mine, this is from the past. Looking at the top, resolutions, you can see that it previously pointed to IPs that are listed as very, very bad things. So ultimately, this is a bit of a throwaway. I'm pretty sure this was mainly active around 2018, 2019 here. Then the domain was inactive for a year, it seems, and just after that, it was bought by someone else and used by someone else for a few years. Now, many more years later, I'm the owner of it, there's nothing malicious hosted on it, yet it just has such a bad past that it's blocked in a lot of places. Now, this wouldn't be too much of an issue. I even posted on Twitter about buying the new domain and linked to this here. secret.thedomain. If I head across here, you'll see a warning, which is new, but continuing. This is all that it does. It redirects you to YouTube. However, throwing it in VirusTotal, there's a virus here. Would you look at that? Anyways, right now, if I were to go ahead and try to tweet about this domain, just typing it in and clicking tweet, would you look at that? I can't post it. It's been blocked and identified Twitter or its partners as being potentially harmful. The keyword being potentially, there's nothing harmful about this. But it's blocked anyways. Same goes for DMs. I can't send anyone this link. It's pretty much tainted beyond repair. So what's the answer? Well, I have nothing to do but let this domain expire. As for my money, it's gone. That being said, not all is doom and gloom. My new website that I've been pretty much forced to buy, I've put a ton of effort into. Similar to my articles website, hub.techno.com, you can see articles about different AI things and tips and tricks, etc. Building on my videos, this one here links out to different subfolders that I can explore and punch into these files hosted on GitHub. Essentially, someone would come here and they'll find information about what the script does, why it does it, etc., and they can view it on GitHub. This website is pretty much completely generated by whatever is hosted on GitHub here, so it's more than completely transparent with what's being hosted on it. Anyways, TLDR, before you buy a domain, make sure to throw it into VirusTotal to make sure it doesn't have a bad history, otherwise you'll be wasting your money pretty much completely. I could reach out to all of these antivirus companies and tell them it's false positive, but ultimately that's just futile. I knock one report down, publish a new script, it's blocked everywhere pretty much automatically, and there's not much I can say about it. So I'm moving on from it, leaving it behind. There's nothing to gain, so that's that. Anyways, thank you all for supporting me in these recent AI adventures and script making adventures. I'm glad a lot of you find them useful, and it's even better to know that you like it so much that you've donated to help keep everything going. But anyways, that's really about it for this somewhat quick video. My only official domains are tcno.co and tc.ht. That's all that I'll link out to really, and that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching. My name's been TroubleChute, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.